Hi guys, welcome again to Charities Baba USA, your number one channel. I want to talk about a different thing, and I want to talk about jobs because this question has come up many times, and I've always promised to do it, but now I'm going to do it. This is Charities Baba USA. My name is Charity Nganga. Welcome to Charities Baba USA. So now today we are going to talk about jobs that qualify for developer because you need to know, especially those people who haven't gone to high school, because if you have gone to high school, you qualify, and they don't even specify the grade. As long as you went to high school and you have a high school certificate, you're good to go. But if you didn't go to high school, now that's where you come in. So we are going to look and see if you didn't go to high school, what you are required to have to see if you really do qualify. So I'm going to share screen here. It's a website that I was looking at, and I'm going to look at this, and we're going to read it together because I like to read for you so that you can know what I'm talking about. I don't like removing stuff from my mind, so I'm reading. I'm reading from this website. It's called U.S. Embassy in Kosovo. Now, like I always say, is that this is not my website, guys. This is not my information. I am no lawyer, whatever. I just share. I like to read and I share stuff. I read a lot, guys. I do read a lot. Like right now, I'm reading a book. It's it's Halloween. I'm reading this book called Dracula, and it's very horror. It's a horror book, and but I really like it. I want to read it, and then I'm gonna watch a movie for it so that I can understand it better. So I like to read, and the same way I read books is the same way I read online. Like I just like to read. I wish one of my kids will be like me because yeah. So let's look at this and see what qualifies so that we can go know and we can be set, especially for those people who didn't go to high school. And like I said, I talked about being proactive, and I always like to talk about being proactive. Not going to high school when you are young doesn't mean that you cannot still get the certificate. I know that they are many places now in Africa who are offering the Form 4 certificate that you go when you're an adult. You can go to school and then you can do your test and then you can get the Form 4 certificate. That one is happening. So if you're still proactive, you can still do it. It doesn't mean no, like and I like giving my own example. When I was when I finished my high school, I really wanted to become a nurse, guys. I really did. Like that was my thing, but I wasn't able to. And then actually that dream was like it was gone because I ended up becoming a hairdresser. But even when I became a hairdresser, I do remember my husband. He opened a college for me. So instead of just doing hairdressing by myself, I was training people how to do hair. And I did that for quite some time, and I had thought that that was going to be my career. But then when we won the DV lottery and we came to the US, for me, it didn't matter whether I had kids or not. It did not matter. I wanted to go back and become a nurse. And I was able to go. It's kind of challenging, and you have to have someone who is supporting you like really well. Because sometimes I say, had it not been my husband, I don't think that I would have been able to maneuver the children and maneuver the bills, because here you have to pay your bills and even be able to go to school. So I always credit my husband for helping me out in all that. But at the same time, you have to want it so much for you to be able to do it. I can remember the times that I would sit here on my table and I would just study and study and study, and burn the midnight night lamp, not go to school. I mean, not do anything. Sometimes I could even barely wake up from my table, even to eat, because that's how much I wanted to be a nurse. Actually, I always dreamt. When I came here, I always dreamt like I wanted to go and work in a hospital somewhere in the US, and that's what I'm doing right now. And it gives me a lot of joy. So, why I'm saying that is that it's never too late, guys. It's never too late to do something. You can do it, guys. You can do it. So, even if you don't have that Form 4 certificate, and that is because when I talk about the job qualifications, I'm going to talk about them here in a little bit. I'm going to share that screen. You're going to see that if you haven't gone to high school, some of those qualifications are very high and they still require you to have some education. So some of them you might not be able to qualify. And I'm going to type some of the jobs that people have been sending me, and you find that some of them are not going to qualify. But I am not here to discourage you. Like I said, if you haven't qualified, then you can your spouse, maybe if they went to high school, they can be the first applicant, and then you can be a derivative. But if you're not in that position, nothing can stop you from going and getting that certificate. So let's look at that website and see what's there. So I'm going to add a screen here, and we're going to look at, and like I said, this is not my information. I like to just read stuff. Okay, now, so in this website, let's see where. So we are going to talk about education. And so applicants must have completed a full-time. Let me make it a little bit bigger. I hope now you can see that one. So I'm going to start with here that says education. Applicants must have completed a full-time high school education that is at least equivalent to a high school education 4 years, full-time general studies. Full-time general studies high school degree do qualify for the lottery. Then full-time vocational high school may qualify as long as they substantially conform to the core requirements of an equivalent United States general studies degree program. The final decision will be made by the consular on the day of the interview. Now, part-time school diploma, high school diplomas without a break from work, evening school or correspondence, including 5-year or long-term programs, part-time without a break from work, evening school, do not qualify. Okay? So they don't. So you have to create time to go to school. And then after you have gone to school, like, full-time, you have to be able to go to school full-time, and then you finish. Because here it says part-time. If you're going, maybe you're going for 2 hours, and then you go to do other things, then that one is not going to qualify. You have to be able to go to school. So if you're going for an evening class, that's not going to work. That's why it becomes harder. It becomes harder for, especially if you haven't gone to high school. But I'm not discouraging you. I'm just reading information for you. So because information, when you have information, you know. Okay? Okay, even if you have completed part of high school on the part-time system, you can do the part-time system. So when you go to apply, say that you want to the full-time system. Okay? So the full-time system, so that you go do it and then you're done, because it's not going to qualify. Now let's look at employment. So I've read that one, and I hope that that one is clear, guys. Now, employment. Applicants who do not meet the education requirement must meet the work experience requirement of 2 years of experience in an occupation which requires at least 2 years training or experience within the 5-year period immediately prior to application. Only a certain certified occupation qualify for the diversity visa program. And like I said, this is not my information, guys. I like to read from the website, this is public information from the website of travel.state.gov. So you can go Google it and read it. Okay. So to qualify for a diversity visa on the basis of work experience, you must within the past 5 years have 2 years of experience in an occupation that is designated as a job zone 4 or 5, classified in a specific vocational preparation SVP range of 7 or higher. So what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to get my pen, I am going to write down, I do have a pen here. So I'm going to write down job zone 4 and job zone 5, because we are going to do it together and see what qualifies. So job zone 4 and 5, and I'm going to write specific vocational preparation SVP range of 7.0 or higher. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. I hope that I'm still sharing. Yeah. So this is the website, O.NET online database. And that's what I'm going to click on this website here. And then it's going to take me to that website of the labor website. So what I'm going to do here is that I am going to type job zone 4. Go. So Job zone 4. These jobs are job zone 4. Farm and home management educators. Artillery and missile crew members. Command and control center specialist. Production workers, all other. Let me click on this one and see what it says. So employment, whatever. I don't even want to read that, but I'm just going to read an overview. Maintenance and repair workers. So let's see maintenance and repair workers. We see what that is. So occupational specific information. So perform routine maintenance such as inspecting drives, motors, belts, checking fluid levels, replacing filters, and doing other preventive maintenance actions. So what skills do you need? I like to look at the skills. Computer-aided design CAD software, database user interface and query software, electronic mail software, operating system software, and video creation and editing software. Why I'm reading this is that you can understand that you need to have more education to be able to do this. Okay? All right, let me go back and look for something else. Rehabilitation counselors, human resources specialists, printing press operators. Let me see this one, what you need. Technology skills, you have to have a desktop publishing software, document management software, electronic mail software, enterprise resource planning, ERP software, graphics and photo imaging software. So you see what I'm saying is that in these job zones, and when you look at here, SVP range 4.0 to 6.0, is that some of these jobs that they have listed here, you must have gone to high school and you have done something else different. But if you say, let's look at electricians and see what they require for the electricians, what you require. So the tasks there, let's look at the technology skills, analytical and specific software, computer-aided design software, database users interface and query software, industrial control software, word processing software. So what I mean is that some of these job qualifications, you have done some high school somewhere. Let me look at the job zone 5. Job zone 5. And I'm even going to type there hairdresser. So when you look at these sales managers, civil engineers, rehabilitation counselors, it's the same thing. Occupational therapists. If you're an occupational therapist, you can work here. You can work here. Actually the SVP range for an occupational therapist is 8.0 because occupational therapist, you have gone to college. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to type hairdresser. Hairdresser. Go. And I'm doing this so that you can be able to go inside, go to this website and type your occupation if you didn't go to high school so that you can be able to know. So let's look at this job for a hairdresser. Actually, this one is good. SVP range 6.0 to 7.0. It's a job, but it's a job zone 3. They want job zone 4 and 5. Okay. Let's look at, let me go back here and click on metal workers and plastic workers. Now let me look at a barber. A barber is job zone 3, SVP 6.0 to 7. The SVP range is good. Actually, the last time I was reading this thing, it was very, very different. Now you see, this one is, but the job zone. So you might argue with them, but when they look at the job zone and they see that it's not a 4 and 5, then that's a question. See what I mean? Okay, let's look at manicurists and pedicurists. That's a job zone 2, SVP of 4.0 to 6.0. So you don't know where they're going to categorize that. You know what I mean? Because they want a 4 and 5 and they want an SVP that is 7 and higher. So that is how you look at the type of job. Oh gosh. Let's see. Oh, the type of job that you're doing. And then you are able to, let me go back to the website. I don't know if I lost what I lost. Okay. Let's see. Let me remove it and then share it again. Here. And then click on here. Make sure I am on the right website. I keep on losing my stuff. So what I'll do, I'll get rid of all this. Technology is hard, guys. Technology is hard. So what I'll do that. I'll still stay on my, no, I still want to stay on my, and then I'll go here to history. And then I'm still here, guys. So I'm on this website. I hope it comes up. Yes, it's back. And then I'm going to go back here. I'm going to share. Technology is hard, guys. Sometimes I'm just like, gosh, what happened? Share. So there it is. So what I'm doing here is that I'm trying to show you where you can go to see what job that you're doing. Let's look for a designer. Professional designers. Interior designer. That's what I was looking for. An interior designer. Let's look at the job category for an interior designer. So this one, it is, let's see. Come on, give me something. Okay, now, it's a job zone 4. This one is really good. This one, like, really doesn't even have a question. It's a job zone 4, and it has an SVP range of 7.0 to 8.0. See? Let's look at floral designer. So if you're an interior designer and you have the certification, then you see you won't have a problem. A floral designer actually is a job zone 2, which has an SVP range of 4.0 to 6.0. It doesn't go up to 7. So what do I mean, or what am I trying to explain to you here? I'm trying to explain to you that sometimes if you haven't gone to high school, what you're doing as an occupation might not qualify. It might not be able to qualify. And that's why your best to go would be if you have a spouse who has gone to high school, then you would apply as second derivative. I mean the second applicant, and then you would qualify through them. Because some of these jobs, they are not in the job zone of 4 and 5, and at the same time, their SVP range is below 7. So with that, then you have an understanding, this is what I am doing. Do I qualify? And that's where the question of asking, I did not go to Form 4, can I apply? You are not going to be able to qualify. Even if you win your DV lottery, you won't qualify because of your job. Because they will want to, when you show them their proof of what you have been doing, they will go to that website. I told you that there are protocols here whereby the people follow. You refer to something. Even when you go to work, we don't just work just like that. We refer to something. There's protocols, and that's what they follow, whereby if you don't qualify through those categories, then it will kick you outside. And why it kicks you out is because these visas are not for everyone. It's a certain number for people who are most qualified. So you have to understand that when you're going into the DV lottery. It's very, very, very important. And things change. I was talking to people who have been here for like 40 years, 30 years. It wasn't like that before. But things have changed and changed and changed and changed. And that's why you are to go to is that website. Go look and see. Go look and see so that you know this is the kind of job that I do. I didn't go to high school. And do I qualify? What about my spouse? Because it's important for you to be learned. To have the high school. And I think even I looked at when we went for our citizenship interview. I do remember them giving us a booklet whereby you have to study about the American history, and then they will go and ask you. It has 100 questions that you have to put in your mind. And then after those 100 questions, then you go for an interview, the first thing before even they ask you about the civics, you are given an English test, whereby you are given an English test, whereby you read, a reading test, and you are given a writing test. So you are given two things, whereby they want to know, do you qualify? Of course, they are not going to kick you out because you don't know. Of course, especially if you are here, you will still get help and whatever. But they want to know, are you competent enough? Because the language here that's spoken is English. See what I mean? And then they're going to ask you about the civics questions. Of course, they're supposed to ask you like 10, but if you make 6, if you answer 6 correctly, then you're good to go. Then they just set an interview, a day for you, an appointment for you to go and take your oath to become a US citizen. And that's what happened. And none of us failed. When we went for citizenship exam, Francis went for his, he was fine. Eric went for his, he was fine. And then it's funny because for kids it's different, because when you apply for your citizenship as a parent, now I'm digressing. I like digressing. Now I've talked about work. Let me give you another one. So this is different, whereby after you apply for your citizenship and you have kids, you don't apply for them automatically. You first of all apply as their parents, and then later, after you become your citizens, then you can claim your kids. So we did that, and then we applied for Eric, and then Eric went through his stuff, and then he went and did his test, and then he went and took his oath, and he was fine. Actually, we missed it because it was COVID time. So, and COVID time, you weren't going with family and everything, so you were just by yourself. But for the other kids, if they haven't reached 18 years old, it's a little bit different, because they don't even do they're still minors, so they won't do their fingerprinting. They won't give them the booklet to read. So they just go and they take a picture and then they wait. So I'm going to tell you how that process goes, because one of my kids is going through that process. And because you have to claim the children that you brought in to the US, you have to claim them when you become a US citizen. So it's a little bit different. Okay. So what I needed to talk about, my main theme in this video was about the work experience, because I need you to know where to go. That website, o.net. I think I should actually, what I should do, this sticker of mine here, I'm gonna try and edit it if it's gonna let me, and put and then it's an asterisk. Let me see where my asterisk is. I can't see very well without my glasses. I think I'm growing old. Okay, let's see. No. Okay, so it won't let me, but I'm gonna type the website for you guys there as soon as I get off, so that you can know where to go, so that you can know about your work. It's very, very important for you guys to know. So I hope that this video is gonna help, and the others that are gonna help. Today I'm gonna do so many videos, and I'm just good. So when you see all these videos, you'll be like, when did she do them? I did them, all of them, at the same time, because I wanna get caught up with what I haven't done, so that you guys can have more information. So if you have questions, don't forget the drill, ask them, and then I'm going to talk about your questions in my consecutive videos. So thank you. Continue filling out the DV lottery. It changes lives. It changed mine and my family's, and I wish you all the best in whatever that you're doing. Remember, when you apply for your DV lottery, forget about it, and then wait until May. Go check. If you have won, then pursue. If you haven't won, wait for the other one, and you can still apply. Do not lose hope. It's a world that we live in. It's not a world of losing hope. It's a world. It's a world of you have to continue pushing on until you get there. So guys, I wish you all the best, and I love you all.